Hello friends, the topic that we are going to cover in this video is searching. Under searching we have three techniques, that is linear, random and binary. We have already covered linear search in our previous video, so we are going ahead with random search. Under random search we are having two methods to search any element, that is with replacement and without replacement. What happens basically in random search is there is a box and in which you have numbers from 1 to n written on pieces of paper and then put it into the box. Now we have to select any particular piece of paper in which the element is written on, and then we have to compare it with the desired element, the number that we want to search. So if it matches, then we have successfully found that element, and if it doesn't, then in case of without replacement, we are going to remove that element, or we are not going to consider that element for the next iteration. And in case of with replacement technique, we are going to consider that element again, and then we are going to resume that algorithm with that element present in our list. So to start off with without replacement technique, we are given a list of elements, say 2, 6, 7, 10 and 12. So here we have n is equal to 5 and the expected number to be searched is 10, for example. And we are also assuming over here that the number that we are searching for in the list is present in the array that we are searching for. So to start off with, we have n is not equal to 0, that is 5, which is not equal to 0. This will run for n number of times, for 5 number of times in this case. So we are calling this random select, which will select the element randomly from the list of numbers that we have, and it will return that position which will be stored in R. And if it is equal to the desired number, the expected number, then it will return that position. Else it will decrease the scope of numbers that we are selecting. So for example, we have got 7 in the first iteration, which is not equal to 10, which is the desired one. So in the next iteration, it won't consider 7 in our case. So the scope reduces from 5 to 4 numbers from second iteration. So it means from the second iteration we will be having n minus 1 numbers, and so on. In the third iteration we would be having n minus 2, and in fourth we will be having n minus 3, and so on. So this is how it works. The scope of numbers gets decreased after each iteration if at all the search is unsuccessful. And once we have found that number, suppose at any moment of time we have got 10, which is the required number, then it will return the position and will come out of the loop. So that what happens in without replacement technique. In case of with replacement technique, the random select will select that number, will randomly select any number, but will consider that position for the next iteration if at all our previous iteration was unsuccessful. Suppose in this case, if we take the example as of previous one, and so in this array, now what we are going to do is we are randomly selecting any number, suppose 6 in this case, and then it is not obviously equal to 10 if our required element to be searched is 10. So it is not equal to 10. So it will, the loop will continue, but this number won't get vanished. It will be in the array, and it may so happen that each and every time we are selecting any number which is not the expected one. Like for the second iteration we may select 7, for the third iteration we may select 12, and so on. But at some point of time, that the case may arise when we are not selecting 10 at any time, like at any cost we are not selecting 10. So that tends to be an infinite infinite number of times that we are selecting any number from the box. So we'll take that into consideration while we are into analysis part of that of time complexity. So coming on to the time complexity part of without replacement, firstly we'll say time complexity for without replacement technique is the recurrence relation for that would be T of n minus 1 plus 1, which is after each iteration we are decrementing the scope of the numbers to be searched from the list. So if we want to analyze for the best case condition arises when we are removing or when we are taking that first element itself and that turns out to be our required number, the expected number. So which is at our first removal of the number itself we get that number, which is O of 1, that turns out to be our best case, and worst case arises when we go on searching till the end of the array and then we are remaining with the last element and that turns out to be your required number. So that is P of n is equal to 1. And the best part of the time complexity over here is average case, which is also O of n as of our best case. But this can also be proved mathematically. That will be saying it now. So the average case can also be computed in terms of expected value. So which is So for here the worst case would be O of n. Sorry, it's my mistake. That is, we are unlikely to get that element till nth element, till n minus 1 element, and the desired element that we are getting is on the last element, like we are traversing it till the end. So the worst case arises when we have traversed the whole list and we are getting it in the end. So coming back to the average case, so average case can also be computed as expectation value. So which is in terms of probability would be summation of P of xi into xi. So which is our random variable, which is for any random variable x, we are computing this probability, this expected value. So over here our xi will be the number of comparisons that we are doing each and every time. Like for the first comparison, if we are lucky enough to get that number in the first iteration itself, then it would be 1 by n, which is number of elements that we are having right now, and in the first iteration itself we are getting the element, the expected element. Else, if our search goes unsuccessful, then we would be having two comparisons, that is first one as well as the second one that we are doing it right now, into the probability of getting the expected number in the second search would be n minus 1 by n into 1 by n minus 1. Why this is so? Because this is the number of unsuccessful searches, probability of unsuccessful searches that we have done before, and this is the successful search that we have found that element in this in the second iteration. So over here, as we have seen that our scope gets decremented after each iteration. So in the second iteration, our numbers would be n minus 1. So out of n minus 1, we are likely to get one successful search, and so the probability of getting that number in the second search. And similarly, if we then indicate the desired number in two of the searches, then we'll go ahead and then we will be computing for the third time, which will be our third comparison, which is this. Then we would be having that probability to be n minus 1 into n divided into n minus 2 by n minus 1 into 1 by n minus 2, which is, this is the number of probability of unsuccessful searches in first iteration, this is in case of second iteration, and this is the successful search in case of our third iteration. So, and so on till the end as we get. So n into n minus 1 by n and so on. So in each iteration we can see n minus n gets cancelled, this gets cancelled, this gets cancelled. And we are remaining with this. So this would be and so on till n by n minus 2. So if we sum it up, then it would be which is our AP series. This turns out to be our AP series. If we compute this, then we will be getting which is n plus 1 by 2. So polynomially we can write it as in terms of time complexity to be O of n. So this is our expected value of getting a number to be successfully searched in a given list of numbers. So this is in case of without replacement technique. Now if we'll come on to the second one, which is replacement with replacement. And complexity to be computed for with replacement technique would be best case arises. The best case would remain the same, that is when we have got the first search itself to be successful. So it would be O of 1. Worst case would arise when we are selecting the number again and again which is not the desired one or which is not the expected one. For example, we are suppose in an array of 2, 5, 9, 10 and 11. Our desired one is, or the expected one is 10, but we are selecting 2 or 5 or 9 or 11 again and again, but then we are not selecting 10 at any point of time. This may happen infinite number of times. So we can't put any upper bound on this particular condition that at this point of time we may get 10 or something like that. So worst case of this would be infinite, like infinite number of times would be, so it may happen that we need to search for that element infinite number of times. This would be infinite. And average case again arises to be O of 1 as of the previous case in terms of without replacement technique. And again this can be computed mathematically. So we'll be seeing that. compute our expected value for with replacement technique, we would be having 1 into 1 by n for the first successful search. If it is not, then 2 into n minus 1 by n, which is unsuccessful searches in your previous comparison, into 1 by n itself in case of with replacement, because we are not decreasing the scope or we are not removing any element from the list of numbers, we are retaining that number itself in the upcoming iterations too. So the previous two, if the previous two searches were unsuccessful, then we will move on, which would be n minus 1 by n, n minus 1 by n again, and then 1 by n, and then this will go on. So this would be our from here we can see 1 into 1 by n plus 3 into n by 2, sorry, minus 1 by n whole square into 1 by n minus 2 by n, and so on. Over here we can see that it is a GP series, AGP series, sorry. So this can be computed by multiplying the series with by multiplying and subtracting, but by multiplying it with the common factor and then subtracting it. So the series that we have obtained over here is an AGP series. This particular series or any AGP series can be solved by multiplying this whole series by the common ratio and then subtracting it accordingly. So for this series we can, our common ratio is n minus 1 by n. So multiplying this whole series by n minus 1 by n, we will get, and by shifting the terms for the ease of subtracting it later. So this will become n minus n into 1 by n plus 2n and so on. So by subtracting this series, we will get e of x by n is equal to 1 by n plus n minus plus 2 1 by n, and so on. So this, and then we can see 1 by n is common in all the terms, so we can eliminate that by multiplying it. So our series becomes 1 plus and so on. So this is our GP series. So our common ratio over here is n minus 1 by n, which is n minus 1 by n, which is less than 1 for sure. So we can apply GP series formula, which is summation is equal to a by 1 by r. Our common ratio over here is n minus 1 by n. So applying that formula, we will get 1 minus n minus 1 by n. After solving, we will get this as n, which is n eventually. So from this we can infer that our time complexity in case of average running time O of n. So this is the time complexity for with replacement technique in case of average, and this is the best case when we get the first search as successful. This is the worst case when we won't get the number itself for infinite times whenever we are searching for that element. And average case is O of n, as we have seen. So these are the time complexities and analysis of random search.